We'll send it over to Brandon.
All right, well, with those drastic temperature drops tomorrow, knowing what your body can handle is really important. And tonight I spoke to doctors about what will happen if you go too long in freezing temperatures and the signs that you should not ignore.
Ice cold temperatures are moving to East Tennessee in a hurry. And when it's close to 60 degrees one day and temperatures in the 20s the next, it might take you by surprise.
People are out doing active things and the weather's not really an issue.
The freezing weather slamming much of the country is more than just uncomfortable. It also poses serious health risks. The temperatures can lead to hypothermia, compromise lung function, cause breathing problems, and trigger confusion and other neurological effects.
Confusion, altered mental status, maybe you're not answering questions, normally doing bizarre behaviors.
All things Dr. Green at UT Medical has seen firsthand.
So when temperatures drop fast, we do see an uptick in patients visiting the ER.
Dr. Green says if your body temperature hits 80 degrees and below, it can be fatal. And if you notice any of these symptoms, you're likely in the early stages of hypothermia. He says all it takes is 30 minutes to an hour to see early signs of hypothermia. Your body will then send blood to your core from your extremities and you'll shiver to keep temperatures up. If that doesn't work and your body temperature drops below 95 degrees, the shivering will stop.
Beyond that, it will progress more rapidly.
Doctors say at 91 degrees Fahrenheit, you can experience amnesia. At 82, you can lose consciousness. Below 70 degrees Fahrenheit, you are said to have profound hypothermia and death can occur.
And before it gets to this level, you're urged to go indoors, remove wet clothing, and cover yourself with blankets.
And with the coldest temperature